Well, g'day ocean anglers. Well, this weather's been pretty frustrating to say the least. We have had a few days to go out and chase the snapper, so I actually went out yesterday. And what you need to realise this time of year, it's time to change your tactics a bit. I know I said it last time before Christmas that the workups tend to slow down. They went on a bit longer, but now they've definitely slowed down a lot. So you can still go chasing them if you want to, but it's all about odds. It's a game of numbers, and your chances of finding schools of pilchards that are getting attacked by snapper and kingfish are few and far between. So the good news is the anchovies are moving in. So the pilchards leave, the anchovies start to fill in, and I've said this before, but I believe they fill in from the north. So you need to start looking at northerly facing coastlines to find these anchovies. Places like Onetangi Bay, places like Gardener's Gap, places like where I was yesterday, which was just in here between Waiheke and Motatapu. So I had a bit of the old horizonitis yesterday as well, and thought I'd go out looking out in the middle just in case there was a workup, and what do you know, there was none. It was actually very dead out wide as far as bird action goes. So I came into here, and the best concentration I've seen of anchovies so far this season is through here. So there's Matiatia Bay, this is where the ferry goes in. So all through this area here was absolutely chocker full of shearwaters. There was thousands, if not tens of thousands of shearwaters working anchovy schools all through here. Really thick sign, big balls, big bait balls, snapper, kahawai and kingfish all feeding in this area. So the trick to fishing these areas, because they tend to be high current areas, and the reason there's high current because the water has to squeeze through two bits of land, like between here and here. So the current funnels into here, it increases, so it's really important to try and get the wind and the tide going the same way. So yesterday was northerlies. When the tide was going out, heading this kind of direction here, it was very hard fishing and we didn't catch much at all. As soon as the tide turned around in the afternoon and everything started flowing together, this area really came alive and we did quite well catching snapper. And you got to accept the fact also that this is not the time of year to chase your big giant snappers. This is the time of year to enjoy inshore fishing and catching panny snapper that are great to eat. The lures that work, still a bit of a surprise to me, but the sliders, once again the orange slider in this area here was doing really well. Other lures to try that I've seen work well is to downsize and try and match the hatch of the anchovies. So the little fleas, the tungsten fleas, which are very small but still very heavy and get down, and the reason is because they've made of tungsten, which is 1.7 times denser than lead. So they get down very well and imitate anchovies. So go to this area here, get a lure that looks like an anchovy and see how you go. Also good for soft baiting. I find soft baiting is better on the other side of this area. So through this area here is a really good soft baiting area. All you need to do around these areas is find the sifting gannets. I call them sifting gannets because they're not bombing in like at a workup. They're just kind of meandering around, diving here and there, and what you'll notice where they're diving, that's normally where the anchovies are, and there'll normally be shearwaters with the anchovies as well. So your strategy to find these anchovy schools, look for even a single diving gannet, go over there, check it out, look for the little brown birds or shearwaters, and they're sitting on top of the anchovy schools, and you want to fish around the edges or even right through the middle of these anchovy schools and to catch snapper. And just realize they're kind of fast moving, these schools. They're not in one spot like the pilchard workups. So the idea is to get ahead of them, drift through them, and then once they've passed, go and bunny hop round to the front again. Because you kind of got to get a bit of a method going. So let the school drift past, bunny hop round to the front and drift through again, and get that system going, and you will catch fish, especially this time of year in these areas. Other good areas to focus on this time of year. Marcus from Ultimate Charters said he's been doing well in this area here. Once again, look for the anchovy schools, drop your lures down, try and get the wind and tide going the same way. So from what I saw yesterday, if you're thinking of going out fishing over the next few days, I would be kind of round the Motahi, the northern, from the Motahi Channel all the way down through to Parks Point. There's a lot of bait and there's a lot of fish there. So I hope that helps you. Good luck. If you have any questions for us, always feel free to message us on Facebook and we will answer them as soon as we can. Oh yeah, by the way, we've had a big shipment of sliders coming in, so most of the shops should have good stock of sliders now. So get in there and get some before they run out.